CSS Battle Time. It's a morning edition. Couldn't do it last night. So now I'm up before coffee, so I will put in the description how this goes. See if it's worth following along. Got our little curvy thingy. Okay. I want to do like a radial gradient for this thing. Oh man. But I don't think I want to put that on the HTML. Because this curve could just be a tall, thin element, you know, coming down. And then if this were to mask it, that'd be kind of cool. But if it's a gradient, background gradient, it's not going to do that. I mean, I guess I could do something else to mask those lines there. But you know what? I can't, because if I do anything else, it's not going to want to follow this curve of the yellow. So that's got to be on top. But what I'm thinking is we have two elements that are curved like this, and then we have an element here that has this radial gradient. Yeah. All right. I have an idea for this. That might be kind of good. It's gonna be hard to write, but I think if I put the radial gradient on the HTML, here's what I'm thinking. I hide the yellow underneath this black background. I have 3 color stops is what I'm thinking. Here, let's just write it out. I'll describe it that way. So let's do this color. So we're adding a color stop, but we're gonna do something crazy like 10M, right? It doesn't even matter. As long as it's bigger than what this yellow color stop needs to be. So let's go ahead and do 0 at the moment. And then we'll do the yellow. And I'll show you what's going to happen with both of them. We're going to do yellow. And this is going to be like, 50 pixels. Whatever it's supposed to be. 0. And then we can just do our final color stop. Okay. So we have, that's looks like the right size, just needs movement. And that's okay. And then we're going to put this at top, because when we position this sort of thing, okay, no, that's size. We want position 0, 100 pixels. There. See, when you put it at the top, it keeps that shape when you move it around. So I think I just want it at top. I'm not going to have a position on it because I'll just set that element to be right there, because I want that element to extend down, so it's not going to be going above it. But I don't need that. But anyways, that's something to keep in mind if you ever want to do that half circle thing. So I do want the at top. But now what's going to happen is this 0M, if we do 5M, we have our black background. But as soon as we set font to 0, we have our gradient. So I'm like hiding the gradient altogether. Means I write the background once, I write the radial gradient once, and I think that's what might save me right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Leave the background on there, and everything else is going to have borders. So that background's going to be happy with everyone else. All right, let's go ahead and do this. So we have our radial gradient hiding, and we can bring that out on our last element. That's going to be a p tag. The body, I'm definitely using position fixed. I'm not getting, unless I can't use negative margin. No, we're using position fixed on my p tags. The body, we're going to give it a border of 30 pixels solid. And we're going to do the yellow. Alright, it's not 30 pixels. It's going to be like 20. We're going to give a border radius. This is another thing that might come up as a problem for the peak. No, I think it'll be okay. I think I can leave the border radius on, just have the element extend, you know, just to the inner corner of this. All right, let's margin this down to be one of the sides. Oh, if I'm gonna mask the bottom, this element can have a box shadow. The other side, I can just shove it down and expand it. That's good. Okay. Whew, sorry, blinking out there. Let's see, 100. Oh, too much. 80 on the top. Yeah, that looks about right. And then, do you want to move it to the left or right? Didn't matter, we have to have 4 values either way, so let's do just 200 for now on the right. Bottom is gonna we can just do 0 because we're gonna cover it anyways. And then the left is gonna be like 50. There we go. 80, 90. And this will be 220. Okay. I could check to see if the right-hand one is the better one to do, but that works. Now, do I box reflect this over, or do I just do a P tag in margin and position fixed? No matter what, I got to do position fixed and extra P tags, so I think the P tag is the way to go. If I could save a position fixed, the box reflect might be better. Oh yeah, it's a border that I'll want to undo on this other one. I'm going to change the font to 0 anyway, so I can just set a large, you know, thing here. And it should work. P is... What am I seeing here? I haven't put a position fixed out yet. Let's throw some padding on this. Let's see what happens, because it's already, like, outside of the body. Curious. Okay. So if we do 100 by 20. Looks pretty good. It's working out, I guess. Alright, -10 on the height. 20. Oh, not 220, 20. There we go. Okay, that is a match. Let's just shove it over. Curious. I would expect it to not overflow the body like this, but make it expand. I'm not gonna complain. Alright. Plus P, let's do... Now if we hit this margin, we'll overwrite margin and padding. And we're gonna go like maybe 20. No, it's not anywhere. Oh, there we are. There it is. Oh, okay. Good, 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 good. I kind of like that. There we go. Okay. And that's kind of what's kind of cool is it's bringing those other ones up, but it doesn't matter that it's bringing those other ones up. Let's hit a font 0 on this and put an outline on it so I can see exactly where it's at. No, it's my border that needs the font on it too. I put border radius, but I need to get rid of a border too. So that's 1.25. There. We see the size of it, and our radial gradient has showed up. Okay, so margin is going to be our friend here. So we want 80. So I want it positioned over, but I also want it bigger, which means I need negative margin on the left and right. Oh, I can just do some padding. Let's overwrite the padding here. Okay. This is working out. So it doesn't need to be that tall. I don't know if I'm going to gain anything by, like shrinking it. Like if I do that, actually I think my box shadows would be bigger, smaller. I'm just going to do 2 box shadows right down there. This is working out. I don't know if it's necessarily a good solution. I've got a lot of padding and margin rewritten, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. Feels fun. That's what it is. Alright, we're going to go 0, 100 pixels. Okay, it's not 100, it's 80. And we're going to be, oh, let's just walk it over. Alright, now this doesn't have to be super, it does have to be kind of precise. Oh, whatever. Let's write our color property for this one. Because we're doing 2. As soon as you do 2 of these, it's worth it to do color. You save a couple characters. Alright, now let's go 60, 80. There we go. Let's hit submit, and then let's change a couple of these pixel values. I don't have many, so hey, like it. So there's not a whole lot to change. 50 pixels is 25 VW. That's not worth anything. Can I be that a percent? Nope. Let's check Q on this. If it's within tolerance. Good. Alright, let's just go Q on these 2. Those don't have to be precise. The left and right, those don't have to be precise. The top and bottom. This is the one that matters. See how those little lines are showing up? And I can adjust the padding, make it taller. It doesn't actually matter how tall that element is. I might actually have to do that here. 99.9. Alright, let's just jump that up and then hit submit. And let's see. We have still those little lines at the end of those bars, but we're good. Alright. Perfect. I like it. I think I'm gonna stick with that. Let's minify and see where we end up at. I like only writing one background. I think that's the best optimization here. I don't know if it's necessarily what the best solutions are going to have. I don't know if anyone even did a radial gradient, in that situation, if they just kept the border radius, because it's already like a 50% border radius. So, but you'd have to write another background. So I'm undoing border radius with a little bit of extra M characters. Yeah, I'm at 266. This is like, that's pretty high. That's really high. So, no, not a good solution. But it was fun. All right. Catch you later. Bye.